Hey girls, Kaylee here. So today I have this little half up, half down hairstyle that I think is so great for so many different occasions. I think it can go from like summer party to like proms or homecoming, even like wedding, even if you're a bridesmaid. I think this is just a really good, pretty, effortless hairstyle. It looks really feminine and put together, but at the same time it doesn't look overdone, which is what I like about it. It's also pretty easy in the whole spectrum of like fancy hairstyles, so that's good. And I think it's really, really good on girls with layered hair, especially because the more that you're kind of picking this up, you're actually kind of stacking the layers up here, so you can create a really cool cascading effect right there with your layers depending on the length of them. But it is really, really doable for you guys. And I think even short hair, as long as your hair is long enough to get into a bump and long enough to get this braid back here, you can do this hairstyle. So that's awesome. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think about it, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Mwah! Bye! I started out by using Straight Sexy Hair Smooth and Protect to go ahead and protect my hair from the curling iron so that it stays nice and healthy. Then you go ahead and part your hair on the side, whichever side you like, and then go about an inch back from the hairline and brush the hair straight back. And all the hair from where we brushed it back to the crown of the head is gonna get teased so we can make a nice little bump. So you guys have seen me do this a million times. I do it in sections. I tease up the hair to get lots of volume until I get to the crown of the head. And I did that down the center of the head, and now I'm gonna do it on either side. I like that because it gets a much more rounded look and it looks a little bit more finessed at the end of it, and it also helps you to hide your bobby pins a little better. So first, start by taking that middle section and pushing it up to create the bump in the size that you want, and then crisscross your pins over that to hold it in place. Then you're going to work on one of the sides. Make sure that you smooth it a little bit and then pull it back over. Make sure those two sides, the center and the side, meet together. Pull it over the previous bobby pins and then pin into the previous bobby pin so that it will hold really well and hide the bobby pins. Then go ahead and take the other side, pull it over both sections of what we've done before, pin that into place, and you're good. Now, if you have bangs, you can just leave them down. If you're like me, you can go ahead and take what should be your bangs and pin them back and into that little section that we just did as well. And that one is completely up to you and what you have going on with your hair. Then we're going to make the braids. Basically take the hair from in front of your ears to an inch behind your ears and braid. You want to braid backward, directing the hair back toward the little section that we're going to pin it into for the first couple of inches, and then you can just braid down normally. The reason for that is if you don't braid it in the direction you want it to go, it can bag a little bit and look kind of weird. Then just secure it with a little clamp, because we're not actually going to need to secure these things forever, so a little clamp will be sufficient. But if you only have bands, you can use those as well. Just secure it at the end. And then go ahead and crisscross them underneath all the stuff that we did for the bump. And then you're going to pin them into place. So you can see I'm pinning this first one underneath the second one, and then I'm going to pin the second one underneath the first one. So they're kind of like crisscross applesauce. Yeah, like that. Then you can go ahead and take the clamps out and unravel the braid, and the bobby pin is actually going to hold the braid, so the whole thing isn't going to unravel, just the part that's hanging down. And now I took a 3/4 inch curling iron and curled 1 inch sections of hair all the way down, and then I rolled them back up and clipped them there to allow them to cool. Doing this gets you a really nice, smooth looking curl, and especially with the tighter iron, you're going to get kind of a deep waved effect, which can be really, really pretty. If you want to touch that up even a little bit more, you can actually go back and do a little bit more work. You can see this day I was having a little trouble with my iron, so I didn't get some of the touch-up work that I did that day on camera because we were kind of fighting that day. So I'm just going to tell you guys basically what I did. So what I'm doing here, like I said, is to curl 1 inch sections, roll them back up, and pin them in place. Now, if you let that down and you see that that's a little bit too smooth and too sleek looking for you, you can do what I did, because I pulled it down and I just felt like it was a little too smooth and I wanted to make it a little bit more voluminous and a little more piecey. So I went back in areas where I wanted to add a little bit more oomph and a little bit more volume, and I took 1/2 inch sections and just curled them over again. And what that does is it adds more curl to that area and it adds a little bit of volume. So I did that to the area that was right underneath the bumps that we did. So all that hair that we directed back and pinned into place ended up going into those little curls so that it created some volume and some interest there. And then I did just random little sections throughout the rest of the skirt of the hair. So you can do that if you want a piecier look. I would still recommend going through like I'm doing here, just to set your nice, smooth, pretty curl, and then just go back and touch up as you see that you need it. And that's going to be different for everybody. And just don't forget that even though my hair is really long, your hair does not have to be this long to pull off this hairstyle. I've done this on girls with shorter hair and it looked really, really good. So definitely give it a try no matter what your hair length is, just to see. And play around with the curls, see what looks good on your hair. It's really fun that way. And now you can see what the kind of smoother curls look like. You just kind of pull them out and let them go. And they're really nice and pretty and waved. Like I said, I just wanted a little tiny bit more curl. So that's going to be totally up to you. You can either leave them as is or go back and touch them up a little bit. But that is my finished product. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys try this out. Let me know if you do, and you can even tweet me pictures if you want to. And then here are some extra videos for you to check out, and I will see you guys next week with another tutorial. Bye!